What's up, everyone? Welcome to episode 91 of Landing the Fairway. Today is Thursday, February 20th. Let's get it. What's up, Ken?
What's up, Stu?
Not much, man. Not much. Just kind of fighting this weather. I mean, it hadn't been bad, but they keep closing the damn schools, so more like fighting my kids more than the weather. But
yeah, we're close. So you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. The seasonal depression is going away.
Oh my god! Seriously,
light. It's almost March. I feel like once it hits March, you can at least just like there's usually 1 or 2 warm days just to give you a little taste, and then you're good. But
for sure.
Still February, still frozen tundra.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Golf is front and center on the TV right now. I mean, that's really, unless you're a big college basketball junkie or anything, like. Well, I to retract that. The hockey's been awesome. The Four Nations, Team USA.
Yeah,
they got a big game tonight. Well, Thursday,
tonight.
Not tonight, but yeah, tonight. Big game for the gold medal against Canada. We put the beat down on them on Saturday, which was awesome. 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. Just really, really mucking it up as Americans. I don't think they were ready for it, but that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Were you watching much of it?
Oh yeah, that was incredible. Well, once I realized it was on, because I was on the NBA All-Star festivities, which I think was that even. What day was that?
It was Saturday night.
It was Saturday. Okay, so it was. Yeah. Okay, so it was the dunk. I thought it was just a skills challenge. So I'm like, damn, I was watching the skills challenge. No, so I guess it was, but it hadn't really started. Yeah, so I switched over immediately as the chat started blowing up, and then Twitter was blowing up with the fights. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I better watch this. And yeah, it was
awesome. Yeah,
hockey
has the NBA? Go ahead.
I was gonna say hockey that matters is awesome. Regular season hockey is tough because we never played hockey and all that, and it's like it just doesn't. You don't have like the nostalgia or like the wherewithal of like, oh yeah, like that's a crazy shot, that's really hard. And it's like I never actually played hockey, so I don't know. But
it's Team USA though. It just feels like it mattered. Well, I think the reason is like it's the only thing as Americans we're an underdog in sports.
Yeah.
Everything else, we're the favorites. So you feel you got a little chip on your shoulder.
Not so much baseball anymore.
Yeah. They still perform in the World Baseball Classic, but like baseball, I don't know, doesn't get the limelight. But
yeah.
Has the NBA fumbled anything bigger than the All-Star weekend? Like the All-Star weekend and the dunk contest and the 3-point contest used to be, I mean, incredible. It was like must-see TV, and every year, like I was locked in on all of it. And
yeah, we were talking about this. I think LeBron killed the dunk contest. LeBron never doing the dunk contest, and then you ended up with. Now it's like, I mean, Max McClung or Mac, what is
Mac McClung? Yeah,
Mac
Virginia native.
Yikes! I'm getting too old for this. He's incredible, but he's a G leaguer, and it's like
he's not an NBA player. Yeah,
you gotta have the star. Like I don't know, man. Yeah, growing up, it was incredible. Must see TV. You had the stars competing. I mean, Michael Jordan.
Now the big names, they'll do the skills challenge or they'll do the 3-point contest, but no big names ever really do the. I mean, because even what was it? Probably 10 years ago, and it was like Blake Griffin and John Wall did the dunk contest, and like they were at least names, like
all stars. Yeah,
the guys in the dunk contest this year, I couldn't. I mean, Stephon Castle, just because he's a rookie and like UConn won the championship or whatever, like I recognize him. And McClung, just because he's been doing dunk contests, but it's like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
it's
not quite.
I used to feel like it mattered. Like Vince Carter did dunk contests against Tracy McGrady and
Right.
Steve Francis.
Yeah,
It was
that was incredible.
incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dunks
So
weren't like Max McClung is doing cooler or just as cool dunk,
yeah.
but it just doesn't mean the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a point in
Yeah.
television. I think also, I didn't even know it was NBA All-Star Weekend, by the way. Like, that's how
Exactly.
it's
Well,
crazy.
I didn't know. I was watching hockey and I was scrolling Twitter and I saw where like the Spurs during the skills challenge tried to like cheat the
Oh, that
system
was
or
hilarious.
whatever with
Yeah.
Wemby and Chris Paul. And I was like, when was this from? And then I was like, oh, that's going on tonight? Jesus Christ. How
Yeah.
far has that fallen? Because one,
Yeah.
I'm not a huge hockey guy. Like I've picked it up a little, and my dad's a big hockey guy. So I'll text with him about it occasionally. And like I've gone to Caps games and we take our kids. We have a minor league hockey team in Roanoke. We'll take our kids to games there. But I'm not a big hockey guy by any means. And the fact that I was
Right.
tuning into that more than basketball was pretty
Yeah.
telling, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, USA
Yeah.
Canada was pretty
That was huge.
when the players have that intensity and they care, you care because you're like, oh hell yeah, this is awesome. And then like hockey that matters is super exciting because like the puck is like
it's
there's not many
faster.
goals, which is wild, but there's like a million almost goals. So it's just like constant
Yeah.
action. So when you actually care, you have rooting interest, it's incredible. And when they're playing that hard. But yeah, man, NBA, I think LeBron killed it. I also think like Twitter and Instagram, you just see the highlights and you see crazy dunks all the time. We're almost like desensitized. And there's just like Instagram guys like doing crazy dunks.
Oh
And like
yeah.
back in the day, like that was the only time you saw, well, again, the stars, just like kind of goofing off, but like that was the only time you saw crazy dunks. And then And One mixtape came out, and that was, a different thing. But you had to
Yeah.
watch the All-Star game if you wanted to see someone do cool dunks. There was no internet, so
Yeah,
I
true.
think that
True.
has played a part in it, the attention span. But yeah, it's
Well,
definitely
I mean,
not the same juice. I don't know.
what hockey did, so the Four Nations tournament is in place of their All-Star weekend. They don't do the All-Star weekend anymore. So
Yeah,
because the NBA All-Star game
crazy.
itself is a fucking joke. Like
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
the Pro Bowl. Like nobody gives a shit about that. So
Well, so they did a
I don't
tournament
know.
this year too, and it was just kind of weird. I don't know.
I didn't even watch it. Didn't even tune in. I mean, on
So
Sunday, honestly, I was pretty locked in on golf.
yeah, I
Um,
didn't watch it either. I heard it
yeah,
was bad.
damn it.
I heard all the players complaining about it.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So
come Sunday, like golf, man, I think that's the first time this year I've been like fully locked in all day on golf. Um, I mean, it was a great Sunday at Genesis.
yeah,
I mean, it was kind of crazy. There was a ton of big names, and then Mav McNeely just went
Neely went
bonkers.
crazy. Yeah,
And it was just like, whoa, what the hell is going on? And then like Scheffler and Rory kind of sucked, and it was
yeah, they sucked on Saturday. It was weird.
yeah,
Scheffler
except for
came
and
back on
then
Sunday.
yeah, and then he kind of dropped off again. But yeah, so McNeely was 8 under through 11 holes, which is just bananas. And then they started showing stats of him and at Stanford, like his numbers at Stanford were better than Tiger's numbers at Stanford, and he was just a huge baller. And
I
I'd
had
heard
no
his
idea.
name. I had heard his name before and like, oh, he's a stud, but then he got
Yeah,
the tour and he never did anything. But I feel like we're seeing him a lot more now this year, like on leaderboards and stuff like that. So good for him. But I mean, Oberg just killed it on Sunday
hmm
on the back
yeah,
nine, just like every clutch shot, clutch putts. Dude's an absolute stud.
yeah,
That's only his second win, I guess? His 2 wins are big wins. He won the RSM Classic last year, and then he won this. So I think they're both signature events that he's won, but it feels like he's won more than that for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it's just because he's always up there. He's always up
yeah. He's always up
in the
there.
top 10. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, he's
yeah.
awesome,
He's
man. He's a gamer.
full on stud. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
saw that was the one. I finally hit a bet. I bet Oberg live. I think you did the same. You got
right there with you. I think it was plus 125. I looked at right before we started recording. Plus 125 going into like back 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, so McNeely was going off, and then he kind of cooled and ended up at 11. And Oberg was like, I don't know, probably 9 under at that point. Maybe 2 back. It might have been even 8 under. But you drilled a birdie, and I was like, oh, he's making a run. Like, he's getting hot. And I don't know. Sometimes you can just tell when a guy's getting hot on Sunday, and like if he's that many holes behind, he's got such an advantage.
He had like 3 or 4 holes. He was 3 or 4 holes behind McNeely.
Yeah.
McNeely was 8 under through 11. I'm pretty sure he was even par the rest of the round. So it kind of, I mean, he just cooled off. I mean, but he shot on Sunday, and he shot like 65 or 64 or something. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you can't be mad about that.
Oberg's up to number 4 in the world rankings. I think he's been a pro for like 15 months.
Yeah.
Or something crazy. Like he's not been a pro very long. But the leaderboard was great. I mean, it was a great leaderboard. Patrick Rogers was leading going into Sunday. He fell off. But I mean, you picked Cantlay. Cantlay was up there. Fleetwood, Finau, JT. I mean, it was a great signature event. The numbers proved out. I mean, it was the highest non-major Sunday viewership since the 2024 Players, which the Players might as well be a fucking major.
Yeah.
So,
no shit.
But they had like, I think it was like 3.4 million viewers, concurrent viewers at one point. Like it was, I mean, huge.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, on Sunday, it's Daytona 500 was going on. And then other than that, there wasn't really much. So golf was just in the spotlight, which was cool.
Yeah.
It's Tiger's event. Tiger was there in the booth talking. So
I thought Tiger, man. It felt like golf season's back. Like that was the first time it was like golf's the primary sport going on right now, for sure.
Yeah.
At least for us. And then I thought Tiger was great in the booth. I was kind of like,
he
might have a career here.
He could. He doesn't need it though. Like,
I don't think he's gonna do it, but he kind of did. You know, it wasn't just like the normal like host event. You know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Guys on.
Yeah,
he actually stuck around and was like,
man.
"Oh, this putt right here is a, left to righter, pretty simple." You know, he had some good insight. I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
it's kind of fun to have Tiger on here talking."
I'll tell you what. Fox threw $375 million to Tom Brady. If Tiger decides he wants to do this, CBS or NBC or whoever is going to throw him a monster bag.
Yeah,
I mean the biggest.
Yeah,
because a lot of those dudes are kind of aging out. I feel like that call golf events, and even if they're not. I mean, they're not Tiger. None of them are Tiger.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was awesome, man. Even like the Golf Channel coverage in the morning. I mean, you start off. Keegan had that ace on Sunday, and it kind of like kicked off. And you're like, oh, all right, we got a hole there firing at here, and then I get it. The signature event finally like it proved its worth, like with the great fields, because 3 weeks ago they had the Farmers that Harris English won. Same course, same time of year, and just this better field, and these dudes going at it like everybody actually cared, like it mattered.
Right.
The Farmers, it was such a afterthought. I feel like,
for sure.
Yeah. So signature event comes through, big money, big players. It was sweet, man. I don't know, it felt good to be like locked in. Now I'm like hyped for fucking golf too.
Right. Yeah, it's golf season now for sure.
Yeah.
And we're getting close to actual playing weather, hopefully.
Yeah.
Got the fever.
Get out and practice more. Get out and practice before I throw another round in the 90s.
I tried to go to a simulator place on Sunday. They said they were booked up. I think they lied to me.
I
was psyched, but Didn't happen.
I got my Oculus, and I ordered the golf club attachment, and downloaded Golf Plus, which is like the PGA golf game. You can play regular courses. I played a round of golf in 1 hour, 18 holes. It's insane, dude. It's insane. It's very realistic. When you like, because you put the attachment on and then you measure your club, like it's like, do you want your club longer, shorter, with this? And when you like touch your club down to the ball and you hit the ground with the club, you hit the ground, like the controller vibrates, like that runs through the shaft, it vibrates, so like you can feel the ground. When you open up the club face, you hit a flop shot. When you close down the club face, when you're chipping, you can hit a punch shot or a bump and run. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely nuts. It's super cool. It's obviously not entirely realistic because I shot 72 with the first round I ever played on it. So getting out of troubles is a lot easier. Like you don't hit tree limbs and stuff. Like I was in the trees one time, I just took a full swing and it just like came out regular. So stuff like that like isn't going to be realistic. But around the greens, like you hit a big old flop shot and it shoots way up in the air and just stops. It's sick, dude. It's super sick. I might have to bring it around the next time I see you guys.
I need to buy one.
But yeah, it was awesome, man. And not just the golf stuff, everything else is pretty sick with it too. The kids think it's outrageous. I mean, even like stupid stuff you do with it. The only issue is like some of it you have to go into the metaverse and like people talk to you and you're like, yeah, I don't want any part of that. Like I just want to play the games. So, but the golf game, it's cool, man. It's super cool. It kind of scratches that itch. It's crazy. I look like a fucking lunatic, I'm sure, in my living room. My wife's there watching TV, and I'm behind her, behind the couch, like playing golf. But it is what it is. Next time I see you, I'll bring it. We'll play. We'll play around the golf.
Yeah.
So if the simulator's booked up, get an Oculus.
I'm gonna have to get an Oculus, I guess. What other stuff? What's the other stuff you're doing with it still?
Buddy, I don't have no time.
No, that sounds incredible.
It is pretty wild that like the technology. I just like wanted something for my kids to do, so I downloaded like this Space Explorer, and you're like in the International Space Station, and you can just like reach out and like grab stuff and like fly yourself through the space station, like grab onto the walls and like grab packages, and like it's wild, man. You set the controllers down and you can just like the screen pops up in front of you and you can do stuff. It's wild. It's absolutely good. Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm probably like it's super disorienting, and when you take it off, you feel like, all right, I've been in a different universe. It's really weird, man. I don't know.
Huh.
I'll bring it around next time I see you.
Yeah, try that out.
Yeah.
But that one's like not crazy expensive, right? I remember like the Apple ones were like $3,500 and they had the golf.
Oh no.
Like, who the fuck's gonna wear this when you're golfing?
Yeah, no. Depending on how many gigs you get, I think they're like between like $400 and $600.
That's not bad.
The golf club attachment, like there's really nice ones, but I just got some shit off Amazon, probably some cheap Chinese bullshit, but it was like $17. So
nice.
Yeah, it's not crazy. Yeah. No, it's wild. I'm not doing anything nefarious with it though, so you can find a new slant there, Ken.
You see the guy that made those started a new company. They're making like drone tech for like the military now.
Really?
Pretty wild. Yeah.
Dude, the technology is
He's got like
crazy,
$1 billion
man.
contract to do. I think it might be to do virtual headsets or something for the mill. I don't forget. I don't fucking know. But yeah, they're doing like all sorts of crazy shit now. So you went from Oculus video games to like crazy military tech. It's pretty wild. Drone tech,
dude.
robots.
Down here, and it's outside of Virginia Tech, so I guess like with the engineering and stuff, like Google put one of their like companies down here. It's called Wing Aviation, and it was a customer of mine for a little while, but like Google canceled their contract with us. Thanks, Google. But what they do, they use drones to deliver food. So like you order something on Uber Eats per se, you would order on their app and they go pick it up and fly it to your house in a drone. And the dudes just sit there in a little office and control the drones from their office like it's a fucking cockpit and they'll deliver food to you.
This shit. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they say it's so fast that they can deliver ice cream to you and it doesn't melt.
No shit.
It's fucking wild, dude.
It's incredible. That's coming. Well, dude, I think all this, the Oculus guy, I think it's all AI, which is scary. Yeah, there's no pilot. It's just.
That's even scarier.
Yeah.
All right, let's bring this back to golf. Somehow.
I wonder. So you know it's gonna be real weird. Is when you go to play golf, like, but you're in a virtual. You're in the virtual reality, and the drones are just you're hitting the ball, and the drones are just taking your ball to the spot. And then you just
technology's gone too far.
Yeah.
In your brain, at least, it's gone too far.
I don't know what the point of like having a drone take your ball would be, but
yeah, I don't know either.
And then you just putt. Maybe you just putt. I don't
know. Yeah. Other golf news. LIV had a tournament this weekend in Australia. They couldn't be more irrelevant. It's just gone.
Yeah.
There's no buzz. Like Fatty Reed had that ace on, I guess it was Thursday night, Friday morning, or whatever. And the place went bananas. And it was a cool clip and beers everywhere and nothing else the whole weekend. I mean, I picked Hatton to win. He'd been playing well. He didn't do shit. Neiman went crazy though, because I was following like the scores a little bit just because my bet. Neiman went crazy on Sunday. He ended up winning by like 4 shots, I think. But yeah, it was just nothing, man. It's crazy. Like I saw highlights and like Rahm hit in on a bunker shot and Cam Smith hit on a bunker shot, and then it's just like it's almost like you or me playing together and we hit it.
Golf. Yeah,
it's crazy, man. It sucks. It kind of sucks. And like Tiger was even interviewed during the Genesis. They asked him about it, and he said, like, once this agreement's accomplished, this will all heal very quickly. But it's like, God, I hope so, because these guys are just playing golf in total obscurity right now. You know?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Guys like Rahm and Neiman, the younger guys that are
Hatton,
out there,
Cam Smith.
It's like, Cam Smith, damn, dude, what are you guys doing? Like, I get what they're doing; they're making money, but
it sucks. Yeah, they're making a ton of money, and they barely play. They barely have to play golf. Like,
yeah,
it sounds like a great gig, but for them and their like personal brands, like, damn, dude.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't heard of any of them. I saw John Rahm drinking beer out of a shoe in the DJ booth, but I didn't see him playing any golf.
Yeah, they're probably living the best life in their world. I mean, the best life.
Oh yeah, it's probably way more fun, but they're playing
it's probably blast.
It's meaningless.
Yeah. If you had your choice, would you just do that and like have a blast and make $500 million in 3 years, or would you? I don't know.
If I was that good at golf, I'd play on the PGA Tour.
Yeah,
I'd want the legacy.
I don't know. I guess legacy means something, but at the same time, it's like for guys like you and me, what they're doing, it's like, damn, that looks awesome.
Oh, it looks way more awesome.
But
But I don't know if I'd have that mindset if I was that good at golf and
No,
was already
yeah. If
rich.
you're that good, yeah, you'd want to be the best. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy because I mean, how old is John
But
Rahm now?
like
He's
Cam
not even
Smith,
30.
he's already won the British you know, it's like maybe that's if I had already won a major, I probably wouldn't care anymore. And I would,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm taking the
yeah,
bag. You know what I mean?
yeah. John Rahm just turned 30, and he's just. I mean, luckily he's won a major recently, so he's gonna keep playing majors. And when
Yeah,
all this is said and done, he'll get his exemption back, I'm sure, based off his major win. But it's like some of
you're
these
right.
other dudes, like, I mean, I guess if you're older though, get the bag, and just be
Yeah, like
done.
Brooks Koepka, DJ, those
Sergio,
guys,
like,
Sergio. Yeah,
yeah,
why not? No, that's
yeah. I
incredible
don't
for
know.
them.
It's kind of stunk to see. I thought this tournament, because Australia always like shows out, you'd get a
Yeah.
ton of clips, but it just maybe it didn't find my algorithm. I don't fucking know.
No, I didn't see
But
much
that's
at
the
all.
issue though. It's not
Yeah,
finding anybody.
yeah.
Oh well. Uh on the other hand, TGL was all over the place. I mean, they had like a full on marathon on Monday. It was crazy.
Mhm.
I feel like it was on all day Monday. I was
Yeah.
working, but the highlights were coming through. I mean, everybody was chipping in left and right. Uh, was it the first match? Maybe they had that chip off. Like JT chipped in to get them to the playoff, and then they had the chip off, and Tommy Fleetwood chips in to win the chip off. Like it was kind of crazy. I don't know, a lot of
Yeah.
chips. Uh, but and then the match that night was good with like what was it, Boston versus Bay or whatever. I mean, Keegan was balling, Rory played well, and it was cool. I mean, that was the first time for me personally that it was like, this is this is cool. It's working.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Technology's crazy. Like it was working. It was good.
Yeah.
But
No,
the
it
match
works.
last night with Tiger, the match with Tiger kind of stunk. They got their
Yeah,
doors
that
blown
was
off.
back to like the shitty match, but it was still entertaining. I still love it.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's
Tiger had an
something
all
about
time
it.
fuck up.
Sweet.
All time fuck up. He and they interviewed him, and you could tell he was like visibly embarrassed. It was so funny because you never see Tiger with his guard let down like that. It was so funny.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, the caddy said 99, and Tiger took that as 99 and not 199. And
Right.
everybody knew. I don't get why Kiz or Tom Kim didn't like, because everybody was clear. Did you see the it was like, I guess, like B-roll of like them talking. They're like, why does he have a wedge?
Yeah,
Why does he
yeah,
have a
yeah.
wedge?
Yeah.
And so everybody clearly knew, like, he has no idea. And then I think it was Matt Fitzpatrick was like, he thinks it's 99, not 199. And sure as shit, he hit his wedge on a 199-yard shot. But hey, even Tiger, man, Tiger's human. It was
Yep.
funny, man, though, because you never seen Tiger. If that was a regular tournament, like he's just walking to his ball. But with that atmosphere, like he had an earpiece in, he walked right over to Marty Smith or whatever and started talking about it. And he
Yeah.
was like so fucking red in the face. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, TGL, man. TGL had the
That happens.
spotlight, and
That happens to the
it was
best of them
awesome.
sometimes, you know?
Yeah, right. But yeah, it was cool, man. For the first time for me personally, like TGL was like, oh, this works actually.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow it works. I'm shocked. I love it. I think it's just, you know, it's on Monday and Tuesday, and it's like it's not super
Mhm.
serious, but they take it seriously. Like they're all competitive, so they're trying to
Yeah.
win. But even when it's a blowout, I don't know. I still like it. Like it,
Yeah. When it's a blowout, sometimes it's a tough watch because the team that's
yeah.
getting killed,
It doesn't matter,
you
but I
gotta
still
have at least
enjoy it.
one person like they were getting killed last night, and like Tiger had that flub, and Kiz is kid. Like There was at one point they were getting crushed. And it might have been the last hole. Like Tom Kim was putting, and kids are just walking around the green talking to people, full volume. Doesn't care that Tom Kim's hitting. And I was like, that's like real golf. That's like us playing. Like that happens, you know. So I guess you got to have a guy like that if it's bad and the match is bad to kind of lighten the load a little bit. But yeah, it was good. I don't know. I liked it. I enjoyed it. The hours, they got to figure out their hours, man, though, because they have next week they have a match and they're doubling up again, and they have a 5 p.m. and then I think in a 7 p.m. match. And it's like I can't watch a 5 p.m. Monday match.
Yeah, it was tough this week, especially the Monday. Like I couldn't really watch much at all. I was like, damn, dude. I was actually off, I guess, but I was watching my kids. So it was like just tough timing when you have kids. Like, 5 o'clock, you're screwed. That's dinner time. Like,
it's dinner. Yeah, that's right in the middle of everything. But I don't even like the 7 p.m. I wish it wasn't either 7 or 9. I wish they just started at 8. But that's for my own personal schedule, I guess.
Would be great. Yeah, you can just turn it on, pause it, finish bedtime, and then watch the whole thing.
Yep. So
come on, guys, you gotta take care of the dads. You know.
Yeah. Right. Look after your target audience here.
Yeah, your main target audience.
Yeah. But hey, for year one, I think they've crushed it, honestly.
Yeah.
And it only being, I mean, what's it going to be, like a 6-week season, 7-week season, something like that. Like it's not a long season. Like that's the way to do it. Throw it in and the players are even, they played all day Monday after playing in California on
West
Sunday.
Coast on Sunday, yeah.
I mean, they flew out and they still they're even engaged, so that's huge.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the playoffs play out. If you kind of get a really interest in a team, that'll just make it even more fun. It's I'm a and then
that part's kind of fucking dorky to me. Like you see people in the stands, and I'm sure they're paid to be there, given the swag or whatever, but they're wearing their Bay golf club hat. And they're like, and I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I don't know. Are there betting lines on all of it? Can you bet on?
I haven't seen any. But
I'm surprised. With it being ESPN,
it might be a Virginia thing.
Yeah, it could be. But ESPN Bet start putting out specials, then it'll really blow up.
Yeah.
Maybe they just want to figure it out first, but
who's going to win this next hole? All the normal bets.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so TGL, man. It's almost over. It's next week's playoffs, I believe. Or
I they go into March.
Do they go into March? Okay.
I think they go into March 20 something.
They're planning doing another doubleheader next week, so
yeah.
They must just be ramping up for it all. But then this week we got the Mexico Open. I feel like the field's been better in the past than it is this year. I know Finau used to always play. Rahm used to play. That was always big, but Rahm's obviously out. The field looks a little tough. This year. But sometimes, dude, sometimes those events are the best tournaments of the year. I mean, you got those crazy playoffs, and you'll get a 5-way playoff, or you'll get guys going crazy low, or stuff like that, where you get a fun tournament out of it.
Right.
So
yeah, for sure. Well, I think they used to have they used to do 2 Mexico Opens. And so they had this one, and then they used to do a World Golf Championship sometimes, or there was a bigger event in Mexico sometimes that DJ won and Rory won, and I forget. But
maybe
I think this one might be, seems because last year Jake Knapp won. So I think even last year it was a bit of a lower field.
Yeah. Well, you can even tell like the betting numbers. Akshay is a pretty big favorite, which kind of tells the tale, I guess. I think I saw he was like he was like plus 1,200, I believe. And pulling it up now, that might have moved. No, he's plus 1,400. Rasmus Højgaard is 1,800, and then everybody else is between 22 and then, I mean, you can scroll down the bottom and you got some dogs at plus 100,000. So, but yeah, when Akshay and Rasmus Højgaard are your two favorites. But like we said, I mean, sometimes that's what produces like a good tournament, man. Or you'll get some guy that you've never heard of, like Jake Knapp last year,
Right.
and he kind of was in the mix and a name that people liked, and I mean learned about. He had a cool swing and he smokes the ball, and he played well for most of the year, I feel like. So
Yeah.
you'll find those guys. So
Yep.
it's nothing else going on this weekend, honestly. I mean, the hockey, Four Nations hockey ends Thursday, and then NHL starts back up.
Right.
NBA starts back up Saturday. So it's like until we get to NCAA tournament, this is what
golf.
I'm going to be watching. Yeah, it's golf, baby. Front and center. Front and center. I love seeing my guy Akshay at the top of the betting sheet, though.
Yeah, that's pretty
He had
wild.
a great. Yeah, he had a really good year last year.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Well,
I think
it's crazy,
dude. I'm pretty sure he's still. I think he's only 22. He might not even be 22. He might be 21, but he was born in 2002. So what's that? 23? Yeah, he's 23 years old, man. It's fucking crazy. You remember when you were 23, Ken? You weren't a pro for 6 years. He's been a pro for 6 years, man.
Yeah, I don't remember being 23.
Yeah. I got married when I was 23. This guy's just playing pro golf, living life.
I remember your wedding. Yeah,
somebody has
I don't
to.
think I don't know if I even had a job.
What a world, man. We barely had jobs, and this guy's making tens of millions of dollars every year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for him.
but yeah, we got good for him. Good for him. Other than that, man, I mean, we got golf this weekend. I got my wife and my daughter going out of town this weekend for some family stuff. So it's I got bachelor weekend with my son, just boys being boys. We're gonna try to like, yeah, that's what we were thinking. It's gonna be
some
cold, colder and shit. I don't know. I just told him. He's like, "What are we gonna do?" I was like, "Scratch our butts, dude. I don't know. What do boys do?" Yeah, yeah.
We're gonna do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be great. So I'm looking forward to it. Take him to the movies, maybe. I don't know, man. It's winter. It's tough to tell. He's got basketball games. So other than that, man, Mexico Open. That'll be on the TV in the background most of the weekend. I'm looking forward to it, man. Golf season's right around the corner. You gotta build it up and get that feeling, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Pretty pumped.
Yeah, you can feel it. The depression's leaving the body.
Yeah, yeah. Need the snow to fucking melt to really feel it, but
yeah.
But
almost there.
Picks for the Mexico Open. We kind of talked about field. It's kind of a crapshoot. I went with Harry Hall. I feel like he's always in the mix in these tournaments like this. Goofy fucking hat. Goofy hat. Big dude, Brit. Top 10 plus 250. I don't know, man. He's 30-1, so plus 3,000 to win. But like we said, it's kind of a crapshoot. Like you'll get these guys, these young guys, you'll get old guys, you'll get guys from the DP World Tour. Somebody's going to throw up a number. I think Harry Hall, he's been on leaderboards so far early in this season. So top 10 plus 250 seemed all right to me. I don't know. No real science behind it. Feels good.
Yeah. Sounds like a great.
It's the goofy hat. Let's be honest. It's the goofy hat. So
no, man, I love that pick. Yeah, you're right. He is every one of these tournaments. He's always in the mix. Knock on wood. Yeah, similar reasoning. I went with Aaron Rye to win. Old Tony Two Glove. He got a win last year, and I feel like same thing. He's just always in it in these events, seemingly.
Another Brit.
Some big events last year too. So 3,300. I felt like it's a crapshoot, like you said, and just I don't know. Felt good.
Yeah, no, I like Aaron Rye, man. Hey, we got goofy hat. We have goofy gloves.
Goofy gloves.
Yeah, goofy hat, goofy gloves. 2 Brits coming to Mexico. Try to take over. So hopefully we get something here, man. We need to get one on the board.
We're about to get 2 on the board.
We've both been cold, man. We've both been really cold. So hopefully we can get something here. But let's lock in. Let's watch some golf and start feeling that spring golf feeling. Maybe we'll be out on the course pretty soon. Need it.
Oh yeah.
I need to redeem myself after that 92 I shot. 92.
You know, it's funny. It's like this time of year, I'm like, oh, yeah, I probably got shoot 75. Feels so good. And as soon as you get out there and you're actually hitting balls, you're like, God, it feels super awkward.
Yeah. The first like chip or like iron shot where you have to be precise, you stand over, you're just like, oh, I have zero confidence right now. I don't feel good at all right now. So we gotta get out on the course.
Yeah,
we gotta get out on the course for sure. But well, we want to thank everyone for listening. Golf season's here. Keep checking us out. Check us out on Twitter at Fairway Pod. Sorry, X. Sorry, Elon. Check us out on X at Fairway Pod. Don't shadow ban us. Check us out on Instagram at Laying the Fairway and check us out on YouTube. Search Laying the Fairway Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment. All that stuff helps the algorithm.
Maybe we should start talking about rockets or something to get into Elon's good grace.
The AI will take over and put us in everybody's algorithm. Cybertruck.
These rockets are really cool. Look at that. Hell yeah, dude. Holy shit.